Hi, I'm David Guller for Irishmuscle, and today we are in Cork at the Lifestyle Studios for the grand opening day. And we are today with our special guest, Niall Quinlan. How are you, Niall? And could you tell us how do you like the gym?
I'm good, David. Good to see you again, as always. Gym is very good. I must say I was very impressed with it from the time I came in to train here. Staff are very friendly, good range of equipment, good location, parking and everything like that. But above all, there's a very good atmosphere in here for training. Whether you're a beginner or training for a competition, I think there's a place for everyone here, and there's a very friendly atmosphere and a good focus on honest training here, yeah?
Totally agree. I just finished the training here with my mate Blessing, and I have to say it was one of the very good workouts, So we have a great equipment here, and as you said, a great atmosphere.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you look at the equipment, it's functional. It's not fancy. It's there. It's there to help you to train, get the most out of what you're doing. And there's no frills. But I think that is really of benefit to guys that want to train and build up. And I also there's a very good range of stuff here as well, like free weights and machine weights, but they're functional machines. As I said, nothing fancy, just very good, very solid, good equipment, right for full body training. Yeah?
For everyone, simple as that.
Definitely, yeah.
Niall, we've seen you on the stage the last time, I think over 2 years ago. It was a Spring Classic show, isn't it?
Yeah, Spring Classic 2012 was my last outing, David. There won't be another one this year because I'm getting married.
For play, congratulations.
Thanks very much. Finally,
big step.
Big step, yeah. Although looking forward to it, but obviously that takes priority this year. I am prepping a couple of guys and girls for the early shows and probably going into the later shows as well. Although I'll be on honeymoon then as well, later on in the year, so Nationals might take a back step. But as I said, 2012 was my last outing. I was very happy with how I came in on the day, conditioning wise and size wise, and that's all you can be, and hopefully I'll step back up onto stage next year, probably in the Nationals, and just try and come in a little bit better. And depending on the classes, I'm hoping that the over 100 kg class will be in place at that stage, because I'll be at the top end of the over 90, so I won't be battling with the very heavy guys,
Absolutely right. We will be looking for, to see you again on the stage. As you said, now you're prepping a few people, from the Cork for the Spring Classic. I'm sure for the Mr. Cork as well. Can we expect them some new faces, or someone will just coming back with a better shape, better package?
Well, I think there's a little bit of both, David. As you know, it's always good to get new guys and new faces onto the scene. Like I had Ross last year, who I think surprised an awful lot of people with how he came out in the street competitions. This year, I'm prepping actually probably more females this year than males, which is a big difference. And I think it shows the way the sport is going as well, that the female side of it is growing an awful lot,
It's just so big, the last time was over 30 girls just in bikini class, plus fitness class, I think over 50 girls, so it's just getting bigger. That's pretty good.
It is, it's really good. I mean, it's open to everybody, and I believe there's male physique classes happening this year as well, so there's going to be a huge amount there. Now there's a lot of debate whether that dilutes the sport away from bodybuilding or not, but look, that's another discussion. But as I said, it's amazing the amount of girls that are getting serious about their training, serious enough to look into competition, and it's great. I think we have girls here like Anne-Marie and Jenny and that they can look up to as well, and who are so accessible to them through your own site as well, But it's going to be a lot of new faces this year, a lot of guys trying it out for the first time. Now, as I said, as you know yourself, David, you could start with a certain amount and people may drop out, but I have a few that I think I will see stay in the course and make a bit of damage even in the juniors and the first timers. I have one guy as well going back into senior as well for the first time in a couple of years, and he's going to bring a lot better package this year than he did the last time out, you know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see. I'd say they're going to be very big competitions this year as well, very big entry, and I see there's a lot of frenzy whipping up already around the place about them even this early in the year, which is great to see for the sport in general, yeah.
I want to ask you about the one person, actually, Rose Lane, because he's one of the best bodybuilders right now in Cork. Maybe not that heavyweight class, but great physique, and he brought excellent package last year. He was second, I think, at the Mr. Cork show.
That's right.
So we're going to see him again, isn't it?
Well, we will see him again. I don't think we'll see him this year. He has other priorities this year. But I think next year we definitely. Well, he's one of the guys that would be a shame if he fell away from the sport, because like I think with Ross, it shows the advantage of somebody that, like, I took Ross before he really even started training properly. Trained with him all the way up along, knew his body, knew what worked for him, and then, like, I mean, it's a lot easier prep with somebody. Then, you know, I think too many people step in 12 weeks out. It's very hard to work with somebody that you don't know, as you know yourself, David. Like, you know, you don't know what works for them, how hard they've been training. You know, like the good thing about somebody like Ross and other young guys, that if they start from an honest base, train very hard, train naturally for as long and as hard as they can, get that depth of muscle built up, it shows in the stage. And as you said, like, he's not a heavyweight bodybuilder, but the package he brought for the short time he was training showed a very good depth and maturity of muscle. I mean, the guy was probably about 80 kilo on stage, maybe. Like, I mean, if we can get another 5 or 6 kilo onto him, and if that under 85 class does come up, it would really suit somebody like him, you know what I mean?
Me too, bro.
You know, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, it'll be great, I think, with the growth in all the classes, if they do bring in these two classes for guys like yourself, guys like Ross, guys like, say, myself. Like, I'm never going to be over 100 on stage unless I really gave it a push. Whereas, like, if there's an under 100 class, it just brings it, you know, it opens up the competition a little bit more for guys that are kind of finding it difficult to get up to the top end of their class, like, you know. But like, going back to someone like Ross, yeah, like, he's at the moment he's taking a little step back from he was so serious about. He's taking a little step back, taking a little bit of relaxation with his life, which I think is very good for guys as well. You know, you know, we all need it. Like, he's stepping out, he's still training, you know, and like, we definitely will see him. He'll get the hunger back again, you know. Like, at the moment we're both tied up with different things. We're not getting a chance to train together as much as we were. I'm sure when we come back training together, the bug will bite, and it'll bite both of us, and we'll push ourselves that little bit harder. And, you know, maybe you might see us competing against each other in a year or two, like, you know, which I think is great. It's great to see a guy that you've mentored coming up through the ranks. You know, I'm sure you think the same, David, yourself. Like, you know, like Blessing there, like, you know, you're mentoring Blessing, and he's coming up through the ranks. It's great to, you know, that's what it's about, I think, you know. And then, like, I see Ross now, he's helping out one or two young guys himself. You know, that's what I think the sport is about. You know, like there's a lot of ego out there. You know, there's a lot of guys talking about a lot. Like, you know, there's a lot of secrets, and I'm going to keep this.
We need to help each other.
Yeah, like, I definitely agree. Like, I mean, if you rang me and if I rang you, it's the same. We all know each other. We're around a long time, and that's what this sport is about. It's about helping each other. It's about taking the guys, helping them on. You know, okay, there's a professional aspect to it where it's your livelihood, but there's a little bit of camaraderie aspect as well. I mean, we all learn from guys, and we need to throw that back on. You know, and that's what I think. It's great to see, you know, somebody that you give help to going on and helping someone else. You know, definitely. You know,
definitely fully agree with you, Niall. Listen, it was a pleasure to see you again here after a while, and thanks very much for the conversation and for the interview, and hope to see you soon in Cork show, 4th of May.
Definitely.
And guys, stay tuned. It was Irishmuscle.